Yo, welcome back to episode 7 on the Director's Den podcast. We in the den. I am Iameddiejackson, like always, and the past few weeks have been really good just far as interviews and really just getting a network with a lot of people in the community. We loving the feedback that we're getting. Make sure you guys click that subscribe button right now before we even get started, because that's important. Follow the community. Make sure y'all follow what we got going on, and it's the easiest way to stay up to date on all of the things that we have going on. I have a special guest with me tonight. She is, I just gave y'all a hint. It's a woman. She's very powerful, not only just to me, but to my family. One of the first people that believed in me to do everything that y'all see me doing. The one that gives me the permission to do the things that y'all see me doing. It is Miss Megan Jackson. Mrs. Yeah, because she married y'all. What's up, baby?
Hey, boo.
How you feeling? She's normally
Tired.
Upstairs while these director dens are going on. So, she's over there. She didn't want to get out of her spot because she didn't want to have to redo her hair or whatever.
What?
You didn't want to have to redo your hair. When you got up, I asked her to fix my camera for me. And she was like,
it's my angle. I didn't know what the angle was.
Oh, the angle. See, it's the same angle.
You trying to put me out there.
So this is a very transparent show, guys. But how's everything going? How's your weekend been, boo?
Busy.
Busy.
Working, trying to get stuff together for the upcoming week. So busy.
Kids. But good. Kids running her crazy. Me crazy. We seen a kid today at church crawl under the pew to get to one of our son's toys, and it was hilarious.
I'm trying to share.
This weekend, I feel like you have more going on than I did, as far as work and different things. So
yeah, I did have a lot.
It's just really good to be able to have my boo down here, because y'all don't understand. Look, listen, the biggest critic of them all is right here. And I love her for it, because it's only made me better. Even when I don't want to hear it. Even when she might say, I'm not watching B movies with you. She considers anything on Tubi a B film.
I mean, there's someone there that are like hits, right? And then they're just old, so they put them on there.
Tubi is...
I don't mess with Tubi, so I don't know.
I like Tubi because it's like basically like a Netflix. It's more so like a Netflix that they're just really promoting a lot of black genre, but the way that they've broken into the community is by allowing a lot of independent creators to be able to use their platform to market their creative ideas in film. So that's how Tubi blew up.
I don't know.
But far as from a Tubi perspective, they're actually tightening up on that. We just talked about that last episode on how Tubi is tightening up on the films that they're allowing to be submitted.
Wow. Good job, Tubi. I'll never know.
First question for me is...
First of all the questions are from you, so there's that.
No. You can ask me questions too.
I can, I know.
It's a two-way street. But my first question is, what does it take for you for something to not be a B film? I guess like that's we I was going there. We're here. Why is this
to not be a B film?
To not be considered a B film. What is it to make?
It has to come on the main screen. If it's not on the main screen, it's a B film. Period. Like right? Am I wrong?
What do you mean mainstream? Because we live in a day of technology. There's some movies that are big movies that don't even come out in theaters, and they come out
That's a good
right
point.
on the apps.
Since Corona, stuff be
Corona.
streamed. Yeah, the coronavirus.
Oh yeah, it's Corona.
I'm not just trying to laugh so hard at me
I'm
like that.
COVID.
Okay, Corona, COVID. It's the same thing.
It wasn't no Corona.
Coronavirus?
When was that?
That's COVID. Get your phone. Look at your phone right now and look up the coronavirus. This is embarrassing. I'm embarrassed by association right now. Don't cut this clip either.
Coronavirus. Oh yeah, it's one word. All right, yeah. I don't know. That just doesn't sound like COVID to me. I'm so used to people saying COVID that I forgot it was coronavirus. My bad.
So is it diabetes or diabetes?
It's always been diabetes.
Okay.
There's never been another form of like diabetes, or people saying it. But back to the question. Why? What takes?
I don't even remember the question.
What takes the movie?
Oh, okay. Since COVID, not Corona,
right.
for EJ. I mean, there are more films that just go straight to they're Netflix films or Prime or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so those are some. Yeah, I feel like the ones of those that I've seen aren't B-roll, but there's a lot of B films that look like they were shot on an old 92 what is it? What was it called? A camcorder. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Those are horrible. And those are the films that you like.
Those aren't the films that I like.
You do.
Name a film that
I
you
can't
think
name
I
them
like
because I don't watch
that
them.
was shot on a camcorder.
There's probably
that's a
two B films that I like.
What?
Shadas and State Property.
Okay. But I don't think nobody considers State Property a B film. It came out in theater.
I don't know. I don't remember all. Okay, so then it wasn't a B film.
It's just a hood. See, I think you don't like hood flicks.
You know what? I'll give you one. All Hallmark films are B films.
All Hallmark films. Okay. Hallmark, the channel. Is that so do you think, what's the one channel?
Lifetime?
Lifetime. You think those are all B films?
Yeah.
So
did you see the preview? Remember, I was trying to get you to watch the preview last night when we was laying in bed for that. I said that's a movie you would like. Single black female. That's oh my god, the preview was horrible.
Horrible. See,
yeah, I would watch
judge stuff off of just because it was shot on a B film or it's by an independent creator that's not known. Or
I don't
didn't
either.
Come out in theaters. I feel like
it's just the quality.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie. Now, I have a hard time watching movies because of the fact that these days I just always think I'm directing the film myself, and so it's easier to catch those things. But I feel like a B film is not just a B film because of the camcorder, because there's a lot of older movies that are classics that were shot with older cameras because that was just the time that they had.
Okay, so we can't go back on that. I'm talking about today's time looking like it was shot on a camcorder and the story is horrible.
So
and it's just horrible. And you'd be liking those. Are you about to bring it? Oh, what?
Paranormal Activity. That's a B film, and I
never saw it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't get into that. That's all you.
It was shot with a camcorder, but it was very clean and professional.
But it was supposed to look like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a difference between purposefully
so it's not the look, then.
And it is. If it's supposed to look like that, they did that on purpose. Okay. But I mean, I
feel like it's the actors. You can tell when it's bad acting.
Yeah.
Everybody, I ain't not gonna lie to you, babe. The other night, I was sitting here and it was a night I was celebrating for the reason I was celebrating.
Oh.
And I was down here and I was like, you know what? I got off the phone with Lacey. I was like, I'm gonna cut this Mia Culpa on, whatever it is. Not gonna lie, Tyler Perry, you're my guy. My wife can vouch for me that I love Tyler Perry's work. Big admirer of the person you are. But my God, Lee, that movie was terrible. I cut it off. I didn't even want to go to sleep down here. And I knew I was going to go to sleep. So that's why I said, I'm cutting the movie off and I'm going to bed. Because it was just slow. It was slow. And the one actor that plays Mia,
Kelly Rowland.
yeah, Kelly. I felt like
I think it's Maya.
I thought it's Maya.
Maya Copa, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, Maya Copa, Mia Copa,
Coronavirus,
COVID, tomato. I feel like when I watch the movie, I've seen other movies that she's played in, and she's played those roles like pretty well.
Like what?
Like Freddy versus Jason.
She was in that?
Yeah, Kelly Rowland.
Oh, I don't remember.
She was the black girl. Remember, she was sitting there in the, what's her name? And Freddie jumped out of the magazine and flicked her nose off and in her sleep. And
what? No, I don't remember that.
oh, yeah, you gotta watch. You should watch Freddy. That's not nothing.
We watched
like
it together at the
nothing.
movie theater.
I know. So how you don't remember that?
I don't remember. Sorry. After having a second child, there's a lot I don't remember actually. So just took my hair and my brain cells.
Kids.
I'm looking that up though.
Yeah, so Kelly Rowland was in Freddy vs. Jason. I feel like she did really good with that role. But I feel like in this role, like, I don't know if it's the writing that just didn't allow her to perform at the best of her ability, but I truly believe that, I don't know, like, if she would have had maybe better writing, better script, and the storyline, like, I just couldn't stay with it. I'm not going to lie with you. I just couldn't stay with it. It was one of those situations that I turned it off. I think I was maybe 20 minutes in, and I said, you know what? I'm not doing this to myself tonight. I'm not staying up to watch a movie that's just horrible. In the first 20 minutes, I determined I would never press play on this movie ever again. But
so it was worse than the Madea Halloween Boo or whatever?
I've never seen that.
I thought you have. Okay, the Christmas one. You like that one? I gave that one a chance, like 10 minutes, and I couldn't do it anymore.
Madea and Tyler Perry. Now, mind you, these other Tyler Perry movies, Tyler Perry studio films that do not surface around Madea, I feel like those are the ones that I be really like, I feel like he's not, like, hitting the mark, right? I feel like Madea.
So you're just a Madea fan.
I feel like Madea is the reason why you can be that way with Tyler Perry Madea movies and accept the I guess sometimes it does give off that B film quality. Not quality for as cameras, but just like B film as in like you just
writing. Let's just be honest. Okay, the writing is horrible.
You still just love it. It's Madea. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like the same reason why I love Longest Yard. Adam Sandler, I feel like some of his movies are very like B filmish.
Really?
Longest Yard, I felt like I
disagree.
It teetered. Like,
no.
Some was like, okay, and then some was like, this is kind of giving off B films. Almost like, what's the one where he had the fake arm? The dude had the fake arm or fake leg?
You're talking about Billy Madison.
Billy Madison, that gives off B film vibes.
I disagree. I think we just have different definitions of B film.
I think it comes down to taste.
Absolutely.
Like, you think Will Ferrell's funny. And I think Will Ferrell.
That doesn't have to do with taste.
Sometimes.
That just has to do with personality.
Yeah.
We definitely have two different sense of humors. I'll put it like that. We have two different sense of humors.
My wife is very sarcastic.
And dry sometimes. Dry sense of humor.
Yeah.
Dark sometimes. A lot of times.
Well, what movie was that we watched? We had mutual humor.
Strays.
Strays.
That was a good one.
If you ever look into, like, you know you're just going to get really messed up that night.
You don't even have to be messed up.
No, but it makes it 10 times more funnier. Like, literally. I ain't talking about, like, go do no hard drugs or anything like that. But if you, like, just going to have a night where you know you're going to be drinking, just go and just sit on the couch, cut Strays on. What channel did it come on? Or what
it was
app was
on, I think Prime.
Amazon
Yeah,
Prime.
it's on Prime.
Prime. Go to Prime. Cut on Strays if you have not seen it already. I'm trying to tell you, you are going to be cracking up. I think we've watched it, twice now? I've probably watched
2
it
to
like
3
3 or 4
times.
times. One time I walked in the living room and Zay was about to cut it on. He thought it was Pets, a new version of Pets. he's like,
Oh
Daddy,
God.
Pets. I was like, oh no, don't turn.
Yeah, that would
He's
been
already bad enough. I got a couple questions for you, babe, because I feel like it's really important. For one, it's International Women's Month, and I'm really big on. I feel like there's been a few women in my life that have really played a big part of my life. Obviously, my mother, she passed away when I was 12 years old. But, and then it's my wife. And then, other aunts and different people that have filled the role of that mother figure. My wife has been my stronghold. She's really been the one that has kind of pushed me when I don't feel like being pushed. She's the one who is encouraging me in the times where I really need the encouragement. Like, she can tell. And always been my best friend. And so I think it's very important on this show to kind of highlight like what it's like to be a wife of a creator, because that's not from the outside looking in, and I feel like that's me looking into your world, viewing my world. I feel like it's not an easy task. It's not an easy job dealing with me all the time and all the things that I want to do, because I'm a dreamer, right? And like most of the time, dreamers and creators, like, we just always into different, like, we always got a new dream or a new this or a new that. Talk about just how you have had to navigate that space as just a wife, and maybe if you have a tip or something that for another wife that is dealing with a creative as a husband or a boyfriend or whatever, that could probably help them.
I feel like it is being the wife of a creator is like, or a dreamer, however you want to label it, is like being the mom of a child with ADHD. It's like, and I don't mean that in any offensive way.
Dang!
But since we've been together, you have been an author, you've been a motivational speaker, you've been a rapper, you've been a mentor.
Successful in all of them.
Very successful.
As you can see.
Literally, what is the saying? Jack of all trades, master of none. Is that what they say? Jack of all trades, master
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Master of none, okay. That sounds a little bit harsh though. But I will say whatever you pick, like, you're good at it when you do it, but it gets like old to you quick, I think. So in the beginning, I feel like I was exhausting all of my energy, like, by pouring it into, like, you can write this book, but then you wanted to write you was Tyler Perry in this book. Like, I'm going to write this book in 2 days. And so I was like, what? Things just
And
started.
I did it. It never got published.
Right.
I sent it to my wife. She said, delete this. And then delete it from the trash.
I did not. I didn't. And then you said, I'm going to write a CD. And you did a CD or make a CD. And you did that in like, I don't know, a week. And then we
3
had
months.
3 months. Okay. Everything just moved so fast. 3 months. Sorry. And then we had a listening party, and it was just, and then we had to go to the basement and do the recordings, and then I had to be on that, and I didn't want to be. It was just a lot.
The truth is coming out. She's not even drinking any wine either, so that's, we're going to have off-camera discussion about this conversation. I don't know if she's coming back to the director's stand.
I mean, so in saying all that, and now here we are. Um, but what I will say is that everything that you choose to do, or I mean, just jump into whatever it is, you definitely do it well. It's good. It comes out really good. It does come out good. I just think that we're not called to do everything. So I'm always
Mhm.
glad when, like, you know, even if you do it and it's short lived, I'm like, okay, that's over. Like, so now what? So now instead of just pouring my all into you, not that I still give you my all, I do it in a different manner now, to where I'm not exhausted because I gave you my all and now you're done writing the book or making the
AKA,
CD.
she says yes.
I just
Hey
say,
babe,
okay.
hey babe, I need to go do a shoot. Go.
Yeah, just say, okay. Like I said, like a child with ADHD or just like a lot of energy, and the kid will be like, oh, like if it were like Inez, he literally, Inez is EJ in an 8-year-old body. And so it's just like, okay, all right, yeah, okay.
What's the most unexpected aspect of being married to a creator?
I was like, what? That question, can I please get a definition? Can I get a sentence? Wait, that was a lot. Say it
What's
again.
the most unexpected aspect of being married to a creator? Is it the ADHD? Is it the all around the dreamer? Like what's the next
I
question?
mean,
Can you share a funny or memorable story about living with me as a creator? Not in the early days.
I mean, not in the early
No.
days.
But as I've been creating and I've came into my own with KFC images, what's a funny or memorable story?
I don't know. As like that has to do with you creating. I don't think I
No,
have one.
just not do with me creating, just me being a creator. Like, what's a memorable story
So that would mean
or
having to
funny
do.
story?
I don't have one.
Anything.
I don't have one. Next question,
Anything.
please. I just
Uh,
told you barely have a memory.
have you ever been surprised
Always.
by my creative work? Like something I've done. Has it taken you by surprise?
I wouldn't say like taken me by surprise or been surprised by it. I mean, I was kind of surprised that you wrote that book, I guess.
Outside of writing this book, talking about the creative life I live now.
Well,
Been
then
living for the
don't say
past like
as a
five,
creator if
five,
you
10
mean.
years.
Okay, so in the past few years, that type, like,
Yeah,
have I been surprised by something?
yeah. Anything I've done, and you seen it, and you was like, oh,
I mean, I was surprised that you stepped out on faith and, like, actually went full force with KFC images. I feel like because in that moment, I believed in you more than you believed in yourself. And it was like, then you were forced into it once everything happened with Verizon. So I was definitely I was surprised that you did it and you mastered it and handled it so well. And I mean, it paid the bills and then some. So yeah.
that was a crazy time. I feel
Mhm.
like Verizon. I always talk about like speaking life and like your words, like are seeds um, that are just sown daily. And I used to always say ever since I was 18 that I was going to be working for myself by the time I was 30. Now I didn't know what that meant, but it's crazy because when I turned 30, Verizon gave me the boot
Mm.
via severance, and I was.
They gave you an option. That's what it was.
It did give me the option, but I took the boot
Yeah.
because I wasn't moving. We was about to have our second child, and that was 2020.
No, that was before
No,
that.
it was 2020 because
It
I stayed on
was.
all the way until right after Zay
Oh yeah. So it's
was on.
2019.
No, it was 2020. I was 30. In January, I was 30. 2020. I was born in 1990.
Thank you. I know when you were born.
Do you know me at all?
I mean,
But I always said that I wanted to work for myself, and I feel like just sowing that seed, I never knew what it was actually going to be. So stepping into that season, I felt like it was one of those things like I wouldn't have left Verizon
yeah, you were very
if
comfortable there.
I wouldn't have got like pushed out.
Right.
Wouldn't have left there. Just because I'm just not the type of person that's just like the bread and butter, like quit it. No, we're not doing that. You know what I mean? But I was glad that I was kind of pushed out there on faith. And I'm glad that I acted. I'm glad that I had you know what I mean, to be able to be there with me because you remember I wasn't happy about being let go. I remember one time my wife got let go, and I called her. She said, "Yeah, I'm at the mall, spending money." I was like, "Oh, we was learning each other."
You didn't even know though that I was let go yet.
Yeah, I did because I called you and you said, "I'm cool because I'm at the mall and I'm about to just spend." I was like, "You gonna spend money? You just lost a job." Things wasn't adding up to me. I'm in the parking lot of Verizon, like, huh? like I'm just not getting it. But I've learned that my wife, like, if she just not happy, she ain't gonna let it get to her.
And my faith's not in the job or the paycheck. My faith is in God. So
Exactly.
I'm not about to be that upset.
Right, but even still, like, my faith is in God too, but I still definitely just don't like being, like, getting the boot, you know what I mean? Or just, having to not have I don't like that rockiness of the stability, for me. But when you believe in God, you know that He gonna take care of
And He is your stability.
everything. See, y'all see, Lee, you see it live, right? I'm saying stuff. She corrected me with the right information. Babe, I got a funny question. Well, not a funny question. It's a good question. It's kind of funny because my wife, if y'all haven't seen, she tells the raw truth. So, like, it has no filter. Thank you, Dave, for the no filter in her blood because that's where she gets the no filter from. Is Dave Romine. Shout out to Dave. All right. What's your favorite thing about collaborating with your spouse on creative projects, if you do, or if you have to?
What have we collaborated on together?
Nothing, because my wife doesn't
So
like
then I can't
collaborating
have a
with me on projects. That's why this is funny. She doesn't want to say it.
I mean, first of all, let me just set the record straight. I'm sitting here as a guest on the director's den, right?
Yep.
Were we not? Now, this is all EJ's doings. Was there not supposed to be a married podcast as well?
There
That's
is.
There's
going to be one coming.
No. This was supposed to start in like November of 2023. So let's not say that I don't like collaborating. Yeah. Clean that one up.
This is the reason why I've been cutting out a lot of jobs and not wanting to take on a lot of projects. Because I got to get to this space to where we can do this podcast and we can launch our own thing.
I'm okay with not doing it.
She likes talking. You just got.
I'm okay with not doing it. I just, like I said, I learned to say yes. Mm-hmm, yes. So, are you thirsty? There's nothing
I need
left.
more.
There's nothing left.
Babe, what do you have? Like, any advice for just like wives that are out there that, I don't know, things that you might have put in place when, like, navigating and going down a journey, with somebody that's a creative outside of just agreeing or saying, yeah, do this. Like, what's a real practice that you feel like something just like knowing that your husband is a creative and you have to go down this journey with him? What's something that has been helpful to you that you can benefit from, that they can benefit from?
Well, for one, I didn't know you were a creative off rip, so it took me a while to get to understand that. It took me like what? We're one a year 10, 12 together, so it took me like 9 years to figure. So I realized that that's your label. Actually, I think it took you that long to realize that that's your label.
Yeah.
So fair enough. Um, but in realizing that, I mean, I feel like I don't remember the full question you just asked. You have like long, detailed questions.
I'm on my
But
Shannon Sharp. I'm on my Shannon Sharp.
can I get a cue card, please, so I can look up at it? Um,
The question was,
just give me the short version, Cliff Notes version of it.
all right, how do you navigate ups and downs of your
Prayer. That
spouse's
was my
creative
answer.
journey? Okay.
Prayer. Like, because I'll say there, I can give you um advice, opinions, observations, all that from what I see and or hear you say or no, don't know, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not always going to listen to me, and not that you have to, honestly. And because sometimes you just are so eager or hungry to go after something or try something new or explore something, um, you'll just do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just I've had to learn to pray, like, all right, God, will you give him the discernment? You guide him. I pray that he hears you. Like, do you remember when Nez was just like, I don't even know if he was a year old, maybe a year old, and we lived at Brooks Edge,
Mm-hmm.
and you were in your bag doing music videos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I hated that so much. Because not only were you doing the music videos, cool, whatever, you're doing music videos, but then you would come home and tell me these horror stories like, yeah, so we pulled up to the spot tonight and there were cops and they had me down on my knees with guns drawn. I'm like,
That did happen.
what? And I was supposed to be okay when you're like, we're going to 2 days later, I got to go do this music video. Who is it? I don't know. And then you come back with another story. Man, we was in dude's house. I swear it was our trap house. And I'm like, whoa. I do not want to be a single mom out here already. So it was just, wow. If I was
Yeah.
ever a person to get anxiety or stress, it would have been like, that's probably why I got shingles at the age that I did, was from all of that. Yeah, I had
Mm-hmm.
shingles that young. Um, but yeah, so I just had to learn to lean into God and pray. Like, all right, God, well, I don't want to be a widow at 30 plus or 30 at that time. So it's just like I needed God. Dang, not even 30. I wasn't even 30 yet. Oh, I was when I had Nez. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, but yeah, that's my advice.
Prayer. Prayer. A
And
lot more
trust
prayer.
God.
I can agree to that. I mean, there's a lot of times that we're out there. For one, it's not just like you need to pray because they're a creative or your husband's a creative. You should be praying for your husband, period. Um, a lot of us are out there sacrificing and putting ourselves in uncomfortable situations. Um, Discernment is definitely key. So if you're a creative, make sure you're praying for that for yourself. There's a lot of situations that I know I shouldn't have been there, and was there anyway. And thank God, I was able to, return home to my family unscathed. But prayer is everything. And then I have one last question for you, babe. And I think I'm interested in it because, um, as you know, I've been kind of like cutting like different things out as far as like things that I'm doing with the business and whatnot. So I'm not scatterbrained or ADHD as she said I was at the beginning.
Said a child was.
Um, what's your out of all the things that I do from a video's perspective? What's your favorite thing? Is it sports? Is it weddings? Is it documentaries? Or is it like the commercials and stuff? Or is it like my own little personal projects? It's like 5 different categories. Which one of those do you like the most? Like when you see me doing them, when you see me working on them, like,
Oh, when I see you working on them, not
or
when
you
you
just
actually
seen the
go to do
product?
them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like the final product.
Oh, well, if I'm being honest,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really watch the final products of the podcast, so I don't know. I see the
The
clips.
podcast is a B film to her.
No, it's not.
Until
It's
we get
not.
money like Gillian Wallow, she's seeing some of it. We be.
No, that's not true. I just don't sit and I don't feel the need to sit and listen to
She's a
people
Joyce
talk.
Myers 15 minutes on the Apple Music.
Anything 15 minutes, actually, yeah. Because there's some podcasts that I want to get into, but I'm like, I don't just sit and listen to talk radio.
Yeah.
But the clips that I see are really good. I like those a lot.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome. So, I guess, I don't know if I have a favorite. I don't know if I have a favorite, honestly. I like um the end product on everything that you do. I haven't disliked anything, honestly. Um
Which one your favorite? Not favorite, but the one you like the most.
Again, I don't
I want to know this. You can
I
tell me.
don't
You don't have to
know.
not say it.
Huh?
You can tell me.
I
Like,
know
is
I
there
can
one
tell
that
you.
you
You
like
want me to tell you, and I
favorite the
don't
most?
have one. I think all of your work is good. I'm paying you a compliment right now,
No,
and you're
I
really
appreciate it. I appreciate it. I
you
just
want me
trying to
to
figure
like.
out which one, because the one that you love the most is the one I want to make sure that I'm actually putting my eggs and a lot of my eggs and stuff into this year, so that I can be able to grow and be even be better. So
So if I said weddings, you're going to do more weddings this year?
if they pay in that bag, you know what that
See?
bag is.
So then no. I mean, I don't think you're going to give any less of yourself because I said I like one
I
more
know.
than the
I
other.
know.
So
Just trying to get it out of you. It never
I don't.
works.
I just don't have a favorite. I like them all. This is the thing. I feel like it would be easier to have a favorite if they were more like similar,
Hmm.
but they're not. You have sports and weddings. Like sports and weddings are at two different ends of the spectrum. So I can't. I mean, now if you said like, I don't know which one do you like more, my
But I do like.
destination weddings or my
Mm,
in town weddings, then you know what I mean. That'd be easier to pick. But between sports and weddings and podcasts and commercials, that's like dang.
mm. Saying they all kind of got their own
Yeah,
uniqueness
their own
in a way
feel
to
to
where
them.
you can't even compare them for real.
Right. So, I mean, I think your
Mm.
work, I think it's nice that all your work doesn't look the exact same. It all has its own, flavor for each category.
Okay. Any last things you want to say? I'm glad you got on here. My baby is not a be on the camera
Not.
type of girl. So
And this is the shortest director's den ever. Go figure. He picks me for when
no,
he chops the time down to 30 minutes.
no, we chopped it down to 45 minutes. The last one we did was 2 hours, and that's just entirely too long. I'm still rendering the video, and I have to export it in pieces because of the fact it's so long. So we're down to 45 minutes here on out, guys.
Mine could have been
She
an
don't even like
hour,
sitting
hour and a
around.
half.
She don't even like to sit around for nothing. Like that's
But it's
longer
me.
than.
I sit around for me.
Well, we're gonna make this 45 minutes because it's my boo. I want to make sure that she has plenty of time tonight to be able to love on me.
Okay.
Hey guys, we appreciate it. I appreciate you coming on, babe. And
My 45 minutes isn't up. I still have 4 minutes left.
Look, I'm closing. We
Wow.
got 3 minutes and 51 seconds left in 45
You're a horrible
minutes.
host right now.
What else you want to say?
You're drunk and
What else
you're
you want to
cutting
say?
me
I'm
off.
not drunk. No,
You guys should have saw him drinking down that last glass.
I'm not.
It's empty.
was only like a quarter in there.
Yeah. I think, you know what really bothered me?
What?
You called it International Women's Month. I think it's just National Women's Month.
No, it's International Women's Month.
Why did I look it up? It says it's a day. International Women's Day. This is horrible that I don't know this.
Well, at Verizon, we
March
celebrated.
is Women's Month.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
Well, that's just what we called it at Verizon International Women's Month, so that people that was outside of the
You
United
probably
States
shouldn't say their name
feel
on air. They're
different.
going to sue you.
Shout out Verizon, man. Verizon.
So
Verizon.
International Women's Day is March the 8th.
Yeah, March 8th. But it's
the month.
No, it's Women's Month, man. Like,
Yes.
International Women's Month. To all the women, United States, internationally, nationally known, not nationally known, Drake's girl, whoever.
You can cut that part out.
We don't cut that out of our episodes.
Dang.
Man, you got any lasting words that you want to say?
Am I dying?
Huh? Are you dying?
Yeah, lasting words.
No, dang. No.
My last words. No, I don't have any. I don't think.
Make sure y'all go follow my boo.
What?
At
I'm not following any of y'all back.
If you follow my boo, you will get. You get it? Man, it's been an excellent episode 7. A lot of transparency, a lot of truth from just my wife. And, you know, at the end of the day, I just wanted to bring her on because you got to make sure. I want to make sure
you
that
didn't have another guest to bring one.
No, it's not.
So he came up to me while I was cleaning the kitchen
Hold on,
and said, "Can you please be on the show tonight? Please."
She's talking about cut apart. This baby part. Y'all get that in the back? Cut that in the back. Last Sunday, I really wanted to do one, but I didn't have anybody. So yeah, I did ask my wife to be on, just because I love it so much, man. You know, and I'm a big believer in, look, this ain't perfect. Like, everything we doing ain't perfect. You'll see a lot of different things that we're doing that will get changed and switched, and you know, I'm just repetition, just doing it. And plus, you know, if I'm doing this and I'm in this space, you know, when we make it big time, and the Director's Den podcast has got millions of subscribers and we're making money from it, and you know, we getting syndication and different things like that, my wife is gonna be right there beside me. So people need to see her face anyway, because when you write that check, the bag go to her, and then she just give me my little doggy bag of food on the side. But I truly appreciate everybody tuning in. I truly appreciate everybody tapping in with us. Like I said, once again, make sure y'all go subscribe. Click the subscribe button right now. That's the only way to stay tuned. Make sure you follow me on all channels at Iameddiejackson. Follow the page at the Director's Den Podcast on all social media platforms. And hey, make sure you love on your wife, and you love on just any woman in your life tonight. I mean, not tonight.
Whoa.
Make sure you love on any woman this month, all right? Make sure they get special attention. Always
Any
love on
woman
them, but
this
make
month,
sure you give them special attention, okay?
This advice is horrible.
I love you, babe. I love her.
you
I love her. I love her anyway. I love you, babe. Anyway.
In spite of what?
In spite of her comments.
You said love on any woman this month.
Oh my God. I didn't say love on.
Because it's International Women's Month. Love
It
on
is
any woman.
It's International Women's Month. Make sure you love on the women. All right? Give them special attention. Hey, this the Director's Den. We out.